Hello everyone, I invite you to the Friday cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on the BTC pair to USDT, taking into account the 4-hour interval. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the downtrend channel from which the price went up. Now we can move on to marking support areas in case of deepening correction. And here we have the first support at $25,656. Then it is worth marking the support zone from $24,819 to $24,164. But when we fall below this zone, we can see a drop around $23,490 and even $222,525. Looking the other way, in a similar way, using the trend-based fib extension tool, we can determine the places of resistance. First, we will mark resistance at $26,512, which the price failed to test positively. When we managed to break it, we have resistance at $27,349, then at $28,114 and $29,297. At this point, it is worth looking at the EMA across 10 and 30. This indicator nicely shows the place that was a confirmation of entering an uptrend. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, which indicates that the energy has been used. The MACD indicator indicates the entry into a local uptrend, while on the RSI we went above the upper limit, which quickly turned the price back. As the second chart in today's review, we will check ETH against USDT, this time on a single-day timeframe. First, we will use the yellow line to mark the uptrend line above which the price is moving. Now let's move on to marking the places of support. We will use the trend-based fib extension tool to mark the supports, and as you can see, we have the first support at $1,694, the second support at $1,640, the third at $1,594, and then the fourth support at $1,550. Looking the other way, we can also mark the places where the price should encounter resistance on the way to increases. And here the first strong resistance from which the price has already bounced twice is at $1,768. The next resistance is at $1,817, and then the third resistance at $1,867. When we look at the volume, we can see the predominance of green candles, but currently the two green candles are less powerful than the last red one. The CHOP index indicates that the energy has been used. The MACD indicator is in an uptrend. On the other hand, on the RSI we are moving at the upper limit of the range, which may slow down further price growth or lead to a price rebound. Next, we can go to the BNB chart, taking into account the one-day interval. At the beginning, it is worth marking with blue lines the sideways trend channel in which the price is fighting to go up, while locally we can see that the downtrend channel has been defeated. despite the numerous fears that have appeared in recent days near the Binance exchange and its BNB coin. Let's start by marking the support spots for the price, and we see that we first have support at $310. But if the price goes lower, we have another support at $293, then at $279, and another support at $266 at 0.618 FIB. Looking the other way, we can similarly determine the places of resistance that the price has to face. And here we see that the price is currently testing resistance at $331, equal to 0.618 FIB. We continue to have strong resistance at $360. Once the price breaks it, it will move towards resistance at $399. When we look at the volume, we can see a definite predominance of green candles. The CHOP index indicates that the energy has been used up. The MACD indicates that the uptrend is maintained, while the RSI has approached the upper limit of the range, which, combined with the exhausted energy on the CHOP, may give the price a rebound. The last one in today's chart is the XRP chart against USDT on a one-day timeframe. First, we will use the yellow line to mark the downtrend line that the price is trying to overcome. Moving on, we can move on to marking support areas when we start a larger correction. And here, in the first place, we can mark the support zone from 37 cents to 35 cents. When the zone does not hold the price, we have the next support at the level of 33 cents and further at the price of 30 cents. Looking the other way, we see a strong resistance zone from 40 cents to 43 cents, but before that we need to break the downtrend lines. The next resistance is at 46 cents, followed by resistance at 50 cents. Please look at the CHOP index, which indicates that we have a lot of energy for the upcoming move. The MACD is on the verge of entering an uptrend, while the RSI is moving in the lower part of the range, which gives room for increases. Technical analysis is provided by a third party, and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.